Fetty the Firearm here. Gonna show you on the Ruger LC9s, the new striker-fired Ruger LC9, why you want to have your recoil spring coils perfectly centered around the recoil spring guide rod and little nub thing over here. Empty mag, gun's clear. And you just saw me rack it, but that's odd. Recoil spring is not, well, the slide is not back fully into battery. Because the recoil spring is not perfectly centered, you can see the very front, the bottom of the recoil spring nub right here catches the front of the slide, not letting it go back into battery all the way. And you can't just, push it. It doesn't work. You'd have to, you have to use your finger or whatever. Sometimes does it, sometimes doesn't. But that's a problem. That shouldn't happen. And thankfully, Ruger already has a solution. They already have a new recoil spring. You just have to contact them. Tell them that you have a LC9s. They'll ask for your serial number. And, you'll get a new recoil spring that fixes this issue. So let me get this gun apart, and I'll show you the differences between the two recoil springs, okay? So now that we got everything apart, here's the new recoil spring. Let's get it out of the package. And it really doesn't look too terribly different until you look at the end. You can see how that's triangular shaped right there, a little cone. That makes sure this always stays centered. Every time the action works, the spring will always center itself. As on the old one, it's flat. So see how way the hell off center that is? That's really bad. As compared to the new one, will always center itself. So the new cone, again, I'm repeating myself. No matter how you rack the slide or whatever, or how you, if you, accidentally put the recoil spring in, just ever so slightly, off center, it ain't gonna mess up. So let's reinstall everything and see if we can replicate the issues with the new spring that the old spring had, all right? All right, now that we've got the gun back together, let's see if I can even try to replicate my mistake. Well, not my mistake, the old one. I can't get it to do it. And that's because the cone on the end there is going to keep the recoil spring from ever binding. It'll never let this bind on the front of the slide. It eliminates that problem. So yeah, would the problem be slight with the other one? It could be, but if you reassemble the gun incorrectly and have the recoil spring in the wrong way, or it's off center, you could have a problem. And with a gun that you're using to save your life and defend your life with, that's not a problem that you should be having to worry about. So just contact Ruger. They'll ask you a little bit of information, and you can get the new recoil spring. It cost me nothing to get this. They paid the freight and they sent this. They didn't even ask for me to return, the old crappy one that, messes up. Ruger, bit the bullet on this one. Folks, if it's something you want to change, you don't have to change it, but it's a free fix to an issue that can happen, that can be dangerous. It's an issue that can cost you your life. And so if you don't want to fix it yourself, that's fine. That's your deal. I, on the other hand, wanted it to work. And it's a free fix. Ruger's willing to pay for it, and they'll send it to your house. So you might as well do it. You might as well get the fix. It takes a minute to replace anything. So do it. And if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll leave a link in the description box below to my review of this gun. And I hope you like that video too. But this is Fetty with the Firearm. Thanks for watching.